Morning, kids. It's welcome to the morning breakfast shift, whatever, drive time. It's 5 in the morning, and we're gonna do a 15 plus 10. Okay, got opponent Jinping 1953. Okay, so we've got 1d4. So it's a bit quiet. It's a bit dark as well, because I haven't got my lights plugged in. So hope you can see what's going on. All right, here we have kind of a normal King's Indian. Let's go a bit like Benoni style. White really should just push the pawn. I don't really know what I'm doing here. Man, I had the most frustrating game the other day over the board against d4, and I played like King's Indian. He played London. I worked my way through to a very nice position. I was definitely better and just blew it in 2 moves. Just blew it. I might do a video on it later, but so the reason I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning is because I'm at a conference today, tomorrow, on health, actually, called the Public Health Collaboration Conference. Alright, so Jinping has brought out both knights, brought out a bishop. This is good play. I mean, he's opened up two pawns. He's moved 2 pawns. He needs to move another one in order to release the king's bishop. I think the most natural move here is obviously d6. Also, my knight can't come to c6 right now. Another issue is that I can't, because I gave him time to develop this queen's knight, I can't really play b5 in Benko style. b5, a6, bishop here. If I had a knight on here or a knight on here, maybe I could. So what are we thinking? d6 looks very natural. e6 is also maybe playable now. Really contest this d5 pawn already. Or I could even... No, I couldn't, because he's got 2 eyes on e5. I could contest this pawn. If takes, that's I'm better there. I've got, opens up my rook. If he doesn't take, what can he do? I mean, can he push? He can. He can push, or do I have like d6 and then e5? I know. I feel like I need to move the d pawn at some point. I want to unleash this bishop to one of these squares, yeah? Also give my knight a square. The question is what to do with these pawns. Another option is rook e8, but somehow feels premature while I've still got my minor pieces undeveloped. So this, I don't think he's going to take. We could end up trading queens. If he pushes though, the thing is, do I want to take? You can always play cd. If I do this, d6 natural, then maybe this. d6, e6, takes, I'm fine. Gonna sneeze now. Excuse me. Why? Yeah, crazy game the other night. Also against David Margerson as well, who was my first win over the board. Okay, let's consider e5. Bishop can't take, knight can't take as pawn defends, right? So it's either retreat the bishop or captures en passant. Now, if I go here, captures en passant, I have takes, so I'm going to do that. I think now is the time. Now is the time for e5. I've allowed him to get this vanguard wedge into the centre, and it feels like it's the right time to strike out. And here we go. Okay, so off the bishop goes, and we have successfully earned ourselves a very closed centre. Now, bishop g4, pinning the knight, looks great. I'm looking at that. This bishop is going to lurk until later. This knight is going to probably have to come to d7. d7, c, b6. Let's do the pin anyway. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Opponent's rated 1544. I'm currently 1462. Yeah, just completely blown away with the qualitative difference of over the board play. Really interesting, and I think it's kind of also affected my game as well. And so here, takes, he's got two eyes, and this, but I could bring out my queen to here or here maybe. Here, and he plays knight f4. What's this knight doing here? Not a fat lot, is it? There. Okay, let's bring the queen out. Idea is b5. Takes. He's taken away, I've taken towards. That's all good. And it's also going to make him maybe think twice about this long castles. I don't know if that is his plan. This knight has some options. This knight currently doesn't have much.
Excuse me.
Okay, we have short castles. Short castles is played. Okay. b5 now. 3 attackers, 3 defenders. Yes. 1, 2, 3. b5. Got to be played, really. Excuse me. So the time is currently 5:22 a.m. We have a hook as well, a hook on h3. Worth noting, might put the queen back on this diagonal at some point. Okay, here, if the knight should come to a4, we win a pawn. We could trade queens, actually. Now, if the knight comes to a4, my queen hangs, so I've got to do something. Trade queens, win the knight. Pawn takes there. A definite weakening. Two defenders here. I think we push. So now we have closed B, closed C, closed D, closed E. That's 4. 4 close files. And now look at this knight. Oh dear. So this knight, I put money on the fact that it's going to end up going to G3. I think now my queen probably wants to come back. So the big break, the obvious break here now, thinking pawn structure, is going to be F5 for black. F5 is going to be key. Right, so when F5 comes, I want all hands on deck. So for example, my knight on E7, defending that. My queen on C8. So let's bring the queen back now. Another option is queen C8 and go straight in for this idea. Sack the bishop on H3, G takes H3, queen takes H3. Okay, and then the idea is to checkmate your opponent. However, he has the knight in the normal defensive position, preventing mate here, which would normally be supported by this knight's second move to like the 5th rank, yeah? This bishop is really unhappy. Look how bad these bishops are, right? So what we have here is one big immovable object in the middle of the board. Okay, this bishop in particular, this guy, is just miserable. He can't do nothing. This guy isn't faring that much better, but he can go here, you know. But then he can be kicked from there. That's something, when you've got the fianchettoed bishop, you have the option of this as well. He might have ideas of taking the initiative and trying to trade dark squared bishops. But likewise, my light squared bishop is having no joy. So it's definitely contemplating giving up its life for the cause here. This knight as well is a bit miserable. Another option actually is a5, a4. a5, a4, trade. I'm trying to do something down the queen side, maybe. Yeah, and if I show you that over the board game, it's an absolute classic Hunty special, you know. There we go. That's what I said he's going to do. Let's pre-move the recapture. It's kind of obvious. If he plays it, which he might not do. Yeah, so I really earned a great position. And then at one point, so I almost trapped my opponent's queen. He was sweating. I got overexcited. And this is stuff that doesn't really happen in 2D online. So it's like this over-the-board play. It's like they say about people with bipolar disorder. They're like everyone else, just more so, right? Which is kind of, you know, a joke, kind of a funny play on words, but over-the-board chess is so much more intense that this is a pale imitation, in a way, of what goes on there. Because the other thing is, if I show you the game, you'll see my blunders like that. But over the board, it's very different. I think I had 45 minutes left on my clock when I got checkmated. Okay. Interesting. So he's defending against the bishop sack. I have ideas of this now. I'd love to get my knight in here. They're in G3. Also, I could even recapture that bishop with my knight. If he pushes this, I bring my knight back. Don't think there's really much to worry about. It's kind of a toothless idea. But this does actually line up f5. And f5 already is defended by two pieces. It's attacked by a pawn and then a bishop, yeah? Hang on. Pawn, so f5 now. Pawn takes, bishop takes, queen takes, defended by rook. Queen on here with eyes on this. He's got, yeah, okay, king or knight? This is the question. I think king. My hunch is king. My hunch is that this knight has the option of looking at going to f4. It's also guarding f4. Yeah, everything just saying king to me. f5 now. But the thing is that playing that over the board game has kind of left me with this residual appreciation for the slower play, the careful play. Interesting. So if I was to sack my bishop here, king can't take because it'd be in check. So pawn would take. Let us consider now f5 pawn break. Takes. What if g takes? Then my king could scurry away. He's kind of got her, hasn't he? He's kind of got to take, because f5, f4, this knight can't move in. f5 takes, pawn takes, king can then come this way. And suddenly this bishop is brought to life. This bishop is bad. Bad. Knight here, I don't know. f5. Let's do it. Sod it, let's do it. You have one chance to do this. The ring must be taken to Mordor. There it must be destroyed. And yet the Hobbit has shown remarkable resilience to its evil. Yeah, everyone else have this feeling that Lord Elrond was just too close to Agent Smith. So now everything kind of opens up. Alrighty. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm thinking now. Now, is he going to play like g4 straight away? I can take. Rook's not going to take. Is pawn going to take? No, I'm taking with the pawn. And you do have the option, right? Just because you've castled one side doesn't mean your king has to stay on that side. There's a famous game with Nigel Short. Nigel Short played. Oh, that's annoying. Yes, didn't consider that one, did I? Where he like walked his king across the whole board. Okay, but yeah, okay. So I've dropped a piece. However, White's king isn't all that secure, and I also have a pawn fork threat as well, don't I? Takes that only helps me. Take Harry off my hands. He's my least favourite child. But also, you've still got to worry about this, haven't you? So queen takes that. I just come to d8. That's the kind of move that you think about when you've got 75 minutes. Takes. What can my opponent do? Oh, that's a fork. Takes. Bishop takes. Then we might have ended up trading bishops. I'm actually quite good there, actually. Yeah, so really didn't go to that next level of depth there, did I? If Xi Jinping was born in 1953, it makes the dude like 70, isn't it? He's like nearly 20 years older than me. Huh. But this is interesting. I mean, this really does shut the door on the queen as well. He'd like to put his queen here and stop my king from going away. If he could put his queen here, I'd have to go king e8 because it would be a fork, right? And if king d8 blocks the queen's defense of the rook, if my king can get over this side of the board, it's relatively safe. And then it's a case of using my remaining resources to try and attack on the king side here. Yeah, so I lost. I basically did like 2 blunders and 2 moves with plenty of time on the clock. But it's given me this even more love for the game. There we go, okay. That's kind of forced, really, isn't it? Yeah, that's a decent move. That's a decent move. Now, I want to get my pieces in, but my king is stuck. It can't go there or there. I can't attack the queen. I could put my king here and that. Maybe I should have gone king f7 in the first place, but king here. He's now got 1, 2, 3 eyes on f5. I've currently got 3 defenders. But I really am just falling over myself here. And I don't want to trade off queens at all. I think that was a very, very silly move. And of course he's now, by moving the knight, he's got out of the pawn fork too. If I hit the queen, she can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. Okay, I'm going to do that. Try and persuade the queen to take and then have time to get the king the hell out of there. Actually, if queen takes, I can't play this. Again, I'm still blocking that. How annoying. Right, so I'd probably have to play like rook g8 with the idea of hopefully just getting the king out there. And it all kind of collapses. But, you know, opponent is eating into his time. He's an older gentleman. Is that your picture? Is that Kim Jong-un? That's Kim. Okay, his rapid stats highest is 1628. Hasn't played loads and loads. Well, he's played a couple of thousand games. Yang Kao. $5.55. Okay, I'm going to play rook g8 like we said. Queen can't go there. Am I threatening this? Not really. Okay, but now I can do this, can't I? I don't think he's got... Yeah, the queen now can't set foot on the g-file. And the moment my king goes there, my queen's going to come out, my bishop's going to move, my knight's going to come to d7, f6. Oh. Okay. You want gonna take my bishop, be my guest. I can now attack the queen as well, maybe. It's a thought. Queen has to defend the knight, so the queen has to come here or here. If I was to trade off for that, I might then win the bishop with an overwhelming attack. Here, let's say queen here though. I take knight, you take back, I win the bishop. So I get 2 pieces for a rook, which when you're 5 down, because I'm down a knight and 2 pawns, ain't great. And there's an increment, of course. So the clock as a weapon idea is not so enticing. If it takes, I'm probably just going to recapture the knight, because I really need to open up this rook. Got to use my stuff. Got to use my stuff ASAP. Okay. So he's got some weaknesses, maybe. That's defended. Oh, I can't draw today. Okay, he's bringing in his other knight. I think I need to come over here. Maybe attack this. Huh. Right, do we attack the queen now? I think we do. Queen could come here. I could come here. I could bring in my other rook. And it also shows the, I'm just picking up thoughts from earlier on, the critical importance of every move, right? Any move can be a game-changing move. I happen to play 2 completely terrible moves. Okay, away goes the queen. Can't move my queen there or there. Feel like queen here. There, both rooks come in. Some kind of idea of that he's paired his knights together, which makes them kind of indestructible in the sense that, okay, this is kind of a horrible position now. I think I'm going to resign this one and just start a new one. I think he's done well there. I was doing fine. Yeah, he's 84, but yeah, look at this. So, to this point, we're fine, we're equal. F5 is a miss. Why doesn't it just call it a blunder? It's not a miss. What's a miss about it? You know, I wasn't better after bringing the knight back. And yeah, taking with a pawn was a mistake. And he's just better now. But he did have good position, okay. Right. Let's do another. Let's do one more. Okay, 1337. And we've got Scandi, I'm playing Black Khmer. And now we've transposed into a Caro-Kann. Sometimes Scandinavian players will do this to you, to try and wrong foot you. Okay, and we're going Von Hennig Gambit. And now we're in my territory. He's tried a bit of kind of sleight of hand here. GJC Onion. What's on your t-shirt, dude? Oh, we've played before and apparently he's beaten me before. Michigan Wolverines. Yeah, so he's won before. Interesting. What? In a 15-10, we had a 53 move game with I had 95 accuracy and he had 97.9 in 2019. What? Okay. Here, okay, I wanted you to take there, but, so I think is it queen e2? Then I'm just threatening the pawn, yeah? I do have this, but I think queen e2. Queen e2 hangs this pawn. Okay, so let's just develop. Yeah, what you want here is takes, and then the bishop coming out with a pin. Right, interesting. E6, he just pinned his own knight. So take, he can't take. The knight is now pinned. The knight is now no longer defending this square. Because if the knight should move, the queen falls. I'm still defending this. So I just got my pawn back. Hang on, so let's have a think. I take bishop, you take queen, I take queen, you take knight. King loses castling rights. I take bishop, you take queen, I take queen, you take bishop. Equal stuff. He can't castle, his knight is on this square with me to move. And these guys are all off the board. The knight is here. So trying to visualize that. Don't really see the point in it. I think I'd much rather do this and then maybe attack the pin piece with the pawn. Okay, now I can castle. So this is kind of obvious, you had to do that. Let's castle, let's get the king out of the way. Maybe queen d3 might come. I generally like this von Hennig, even if it doesn't go down the normal lines. I'm pretty happy. I've got my pawn back as well, so that's good. Queen d3 is an idea. Sometimes I end up kind of spinning this bishop back round, play c3. Where does this knight want to be? Knight's got a job right now, that's defending this. If I push, knight's not going to come here. If I push and he goes here, I take there. I think I need to push. I think this bishop's going to have a part to play before the end. Yeah, okay. We trade off here. He could go backwards with the knight. Probably shouldn't. I think he should come forwards with the queen. If I take c takes, he's come backwards with the knight. Interesting. Queen could come here. Queen could also go via that square. I need to just consider b5. Bishop here is, I think something like this. It does drop that, doesn't it? Because my knight is still pinned if I play queen e2. Not if I go there. So here, maybe bring the rook over there. I can play rook ad1 now. I can't really shove the bishop off the pot right now. Yeah, there you go. Thought you might do that. Okay, now I can go here. Because this knight is now no longer pinned, seeing as the bishop's no longer on the g4 square. So now I can play rook ad1 and defend the pawn. You can't take now because knight takes queen. He comes back here, rook ad1, defends the pawn, queen defends the knight, queen can come up there. My bishop can... Ooh, I kind of want to move the knight and then c3. I think a knight e4 looks really nice now. These are awkward. He's blocked the queen's view of that pawn as also. I think c3 now. Bring the bishop in. We're going to look at... Okay. And now this is a checkmate threat. Bad knights, man. Okay. I'm now eyeing up h4, h5. Force the knight off the pot. Go there. c3 isn't essential at this point in time. If he starts to push this pawn, I might play c3. But right now, h4, queen can't take because it's defended by the knight. And what's that about? If knight takes, you just get checkmated, and that's it. Checkmated. You get checkmated. Checkmate is very much an American intonation. Putting the emphasis one syllable before the British would do it. You get checkmated on there. Key. Decent move, decent move. Knight might want to come in here. Am I bothered? How do we force the knight away? Huh. Okay. If his knight comes in here, I can just push b3. Not if I've pushed c3 already. I'm going to push a4, I think. That stops him coming in at all. Okay. Now let us consider this. That pawn takes, hangs the knight. Can I do it now? Yeah, can. He can put a knight on this square, but he can't put this one on that because I take. This knight comes on here. Could kick him out. That sounds like a hell of a game though. 50 moves, both of us playing with 90 plus accuracy. And he wins. Wow. This knight is effectively pinned. It's frozen. It can't go anywhere because it's defending against mate in 1. Okay. But now this, you see, what this is overworked defender, right? So move 19 OWD. I have to put this in the chat because I might put it in my study later on. Takes, he literally can't take, and I have a fork on queen and rook. He takes here, I take the knight, I've won myself a pawn, and I'm threatening checkmate on the next move because king can't go there because of the rook. And that was a bad move. He's taken. Oh no! I missed it. Again. I've given up a piece. You blundering fool. Trading. He can actually capture with the knight as well, defends that square. Curses. This is why you have to stop. You have to visualize, visualize, visualize. What does the board look like when that happens? Yeah, well, I just didn't look at that. I was looking at this. The pawn was, indeed, the only defender of the knight. What happened with this move was, lo and behold, the knight got itself another defender. But I didn't register that. Okay, let's bring the rook over and attack the queen. God, I'm playing like an utter muppet. This looks okay. This knight, oh, knight and queen defend that. He's doing alright, lad. This lad's doing alright, you know? And I'm down a piece for a pawn. Huh. However, that is a blunder. Because this pawn is in an absolute pin. I double checked it. I've run it through. Run over the numbers. And I can indeed take the knight for free. Because this pawn is in an absolute pin. And this is my opponent getting slightly overexcited this time. This pawn hangs. And now we are equal. He is a gentleman, I am a gentleman's daughter. I'm not a gentleman's daughter. Neither am I a gentleman. And the whole game can turn like that. This is the beauty of it. So now, all this is doing is just making me more resolved. So I might end up like 1500 rated at the end of this month, because I've had a couple of losses. This c3 looks obvious, but you know, being 1500, I don't mind. I'm just more determined. Attack the knight. I've got two attackers. He can't really summon the king, can he? I mean, he just pins his own knight then. In fact, I just take there. Or do I just take here anyway? What's the idea of this move? He's activating the rook, but I can just push c3 at any time. Here, can he move? The rook will be undefended. Can he move the knight with a threat? Well, he can't take there because I take it. Can't. I take there, he puts knight here. I just put my rook back on there, so I think I'm okay. So move 19 was not overworked defender at all. But this is a simple pin, you know, exercise. Okay. I've got a mosquito bite on my foot. Little bugger. Right, I'm thinking something like really simple, like rook here, try and take the knight. He needs to move the knight. He can't defend it with the king, I don't really think. So there he's going to move the knight. He can't take the pawn because queen takes. He can't come here because queen takes, right? So I come here. He needs to move the knight. And all of his choices are miserable ones. So I think rook g5 looks very nice. Also this, and like, again, just recycling the original idea. Explain this to me. The knight is also quite pinned. I could just take here, and I'm in a winning position. Take, I'm +4. Because I'm up an exchange and a couple of pawns. He's probably going to recapture with E. But this also just looks really good, doesn't it? Here, I'm threatening just to take the knight outright, and then the knight can't really move at all. So I don't think I need the rook. Threatening to win a whole piece there. So the knight moves, I come in here with evil intent. King goes here. Bishop goes here with a skewer on king and queen, winning. So the knight can't move. So I think foregoing the offer of the free rook there was fine. Okay, I take the knight. Queen cannot come in with check. Looks fine. Queen has no checks. There we go. We trade queens. I'm now up a full piece, right? Which is better than going up the exchange, I think. This is defended, so I can... Okay, I lose a pawn. That's defended. That's defended. I think let's just push b3 and then stop and have a think. Love this game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, rook defends this pawn. I can just bring the bishop back. There's no rush. Right, what we do now is just we be cool. Everybody be cool. That's right. Going to be 3 little funsies. Or 4 little funsies. I had a check as well, which forces the king here or here. Okay. I think it's time to come and just persuade this rook to move along and go on about his business elsewhere in another area of the board. Now, he has to kind of... Where does he go? He can go here. He can go here, he can go here. He can go here, he can go here. Any of these dark squares are fine. That's really no good. Can't do that because it hangs the pawn. So lift the king. Probably g3 at some point, but here, where does my rook want to be? I just want to defend everything, right? So what's my backward situations? Well, these pawns are defend each other in a chain. So my concerns are 1, 2, 3, right? I have 3 pieces. My opponent has a similar problem. He's got 4 rearmost pawns and only 2 pieces to defend them with. So currently advantage Hunty. Yeah, I'm not sure about that. g3 now, this pawn is defended. So we've got 1, 2, 3 to defend. That one is defended already. That one is defended by the rook. That one is defended by the king. Currently everything is hunky and dory. I think this... persuade the rook to vacate the 4th rank. This does undefend one of my pawns, has to be said. But I can put my rook here. So I've just put a note that he beat me once before. I really don't have to worry too much here. I'm going to put my rook here and try and trade off. It's simply, this is a hands down winning ending. I love the fact that everything's tied up here. And my opponent was doing great, you know, like we say, all one move. Whole game turns. Now, what tends to happen at sub 1000 is that there are multiple of such moves, right? As you get stronger, those opportunities come fewer and further between. A bit like poker, you know, those key hands where you really have an opportunity to win a load of cash on a game, you know. They don't come around too often, and you really have to try and make the most of them when they do. Okay, this is a check. What's the king going to do? Okay, interesting. Now the king is quarantined onto 2 files, yeah? I'm okay here. I need to just be aware of what's going on with these pawns. I could push here, preventing this. I can like that. Rook defends. Bishop defends. Currently undefended. King defends. Hey, but I think I can just kind of press up now. King up. Okay. I can defend that. And here the fragmented pawns really starts to show. Because now he's just blocked off his rook. He's got no sideways motion. He can't go there. He can't go there. He's only got 2 squares where he can go. So what was the point of that move at all? Again, I think I want my king over here. Notice I've taken my rook off the f-file, which does actually allow his king back into the game, should it wish to re-enter the game. But it shouldn't matter. Rook b4, I simply have 2 attackers on b5, don't I? Yeah, I give up this pawn, but doesn't matter. He has no checks. He might trade rooks. If he trades rooks, he's dead. He's just dead because Charlie romps home. Okay, rook b7 looks interesting. I could just grab this pawn though. Free stuff! Free as a bird. Born free. Okay, I think I look there. H5 looks nice, you know? Can't go there, can't go there. If I put my king here, you can't go there, you can't go there. I can play rook b7, force the king back onto the back rank. Okay, here. Sorry. Get told off for doing Russian here. Okay. The agony of choice. Saute or fricassee? And saute is, you take a freshly shaved rat and you marinate it in a puddle for a while. Yes, how long? Till it's drowned. Here, I don't think I have to worry too much about this pawn. If I go here, I'm just threatening to take it. I mean, it literally can't progress anyway. If I come here, it just can't progress. So can I just push my king up here? I mean, I've got 2 more pawns. Aside from that, I could even sack my bishop for that pawn and still win. Okay, check here. He goes onto the back rank. But let's just do that. Bishop still defends this. All I need to do is put my rook on the 4th. Okay. This is where he can't go. That's quite nice, isn't it? He's going to have to want his king here. How does that work? How does that work? Rook here, I have bishop h5 blocks. And the king is now outside. The king has to be in the square of the pawn. Right? If the pawn was here, it'd be this. Doesn't work, mate. You didn't have that move. Dying time, indeed. Well, 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 well. Lost 1-1-1. Not so good this time. No, mate, you weren't, but good effort. Good effort. And that's what it's coming down to. You know, for me to improve from this one. 80 accuracy. Oh, look, I screwed up in the middle. Well, we know this. We know this. I blundered. But then, so did he. Okay, so that is going in my study. Watch this space, guys. Well, you should be able to see me now, actually. We've got some bit of daylight. Watch this space. I'm hatching a bit of an idea for a training method that you can all use particularly if you're under 1,000, 1,200, right? I'm thinking of brewing something up for you, but can't say any more right now. I'll get back to you on that one. Other than that, thank you for your company this fine morning. What time is it? 6:10 in the morning. There you go. So 1-1 for the morning. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. It really does come down to the concentration level on every move, and I think that if I can get that nailed, that will get me to that like 1,700 level. It really will. And I need to stop playing 10-minute games as though they're blitz games, and play every game in this manner. Obviously without the blunder. So it had me here at 1,600, and I'll take that. With the blunder. What is it? 1 blunder each? Yeah, 1 blunder each. That's it. Okay, a miss here is a move that missed a tactical opportunity or a chance to punish the opponent. Okay. Interesting. Okay, there you go. See you all very soon. Thanks for watching. See you later.